Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Monday and very, very special edition of the Team Series show. And if you're thinking, this is the first time we really venture out into having a separate show for a separate thing on Duckhook Golfers. And it doesn't count like the classic, that's one's off. This will be a series of Team Series shows as we build up every day to match day. So we're building up to match day 1. And if you're excited to see how it all comes out and what the pairings are, this is the place, this is the time as we prepare for Sunday at Reading, Sunday League 1, the second event of the season. I have the managers with me. They'll feature every show. Here they are, and I put them in a very specific order because this is how they're going to be playing each other. We have Graham, who's the Quack-Tains, taking on the Mafia on top. Then we've got the Spy Duck, which is Mighty Ducks, taking on the Gladiators. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hey, Mezzo, all good?
Hello, Mezzo.
Hello, Hansi.
Looking forward to the Sunday. That's what's happening.
And Yaku, tell me.
Yeah, definitely. Hashtag for Morseling is ready for the Mighty Ducks.
Hashtag Morsel. I'm actually just doing this and say on now. Right, here we go. So, if you're wondering what is going to happen today, well, there's been a great build-up, and I must thank the captains. They put in a lot of effort into this build-up, from media they've created, to team images they've created, to paraphernalia, to hats, to shirts, to everything. So I really look forward to seeing everybody in their kit. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be there on Sunday, but that is such a pity. I would have loved to see all the teams getting ready to battle it out within the field. First of all, let's start with you, Graham. How has your team Gears been, and how is the progression of what it is, the Quack-Tain Americas?
The Quack-Tain America team are super excited. I think everyone has really got into the spirit of the competition. Everyone is enjoying it. Even the bantering with the other team. It's a lot of fun. But I think, when it comes down to it, Sunday, we'll have to assassinate some Mafia members there.
I see. Of course, you have to. Hansi, what do you have to say in response to that?
No, well, I guess we've got a couple of silent assassins here. Everybody is on the low, so not really expecting too much of us. But yeah, like I said in the pre-show chat, we've got the guys here that's going to let the clubs do the talking. So watch out for us.
Right. So Graham is taking on Hansi in game 1, match day 1. And then we have the Mighty Ducks. Gary, I know that Yaku's been giving you completely uphill the whole time on the group we're in. Are you ready?
No, I think we are ready. Our Gears is silent, but it's there. We're not talking much in our groups, but I think the guys are mentally preparing themselves for Sunday, and it's. I feel like I've got all the confidence in my team. I can see I've been stalking them on their NHAs and some cool developments. So yeah.
I'm going to throw straight
NHA
to you,
for national health, Gary. You're looking to make sure how their health is.
Yaku, what have you got to say in response?
I think there's a couple of newbies in the team as well. They haven't played in a team environment. I think, they're going to definitely enjoy it. And I think my team is really also, getting in shape now. There's a couple of guys that's shooting PBs the last 2 weeks. So definitely, I think we're ready for the games.
Awesome. Well, let's go to the chat line because there's very excited people here on the chat line. Starts off with Frana. Here we go. Let's do it, Gladiators. Gerard Snyman says, hello, it's Wednesday already. Phew, I was also a bit confused when we came on. Don't you worry. Ian says, Laka Yenda. We are finally on, Ian. Andre Vessel says, hello. Yakumin says, hi. Jenny says, goeienaand. Shane says, nothing ruins Friday more than realizing it's Monday. Yes. Evening, Ducks. Mark says, evening. Korba says, evening. Gary says, evening. Hanu says, howdy. And we go down the list, and a lot of the players who will be partaking in the team series are watching. Hanu says, where can I put my name down? You can put your name down for match day 2. You go into the super subs. And if somebody needs to buy a player, you are the option to buy. And there will be players that can be bought from the sub list simply because somebody is going to lose by a bonus point. I'm going to put that out there now. Some team will lose by a bonus point, and it's going to be 2 guys, unfortunately, to get sold back to the reserve pool, and then maybe Hanu stands a chance. So again, we all will get our chance. Even myself, towards the end of the last 3 games I'm available for, so I'll put my name down, and hopefully I get picked. So let's see how it all happens. I want to remind everybody, and there's been a few changes, of what the teams are. So I'm going to get the managers to go through their teams quickly, just run through the names, and if there is somebody that's changed, just let me know. Go for it, Captain America.
All right, so it's myself. Then we've got Gerrit de Bruyne, Ryan Jensen, Carl Davido, Leonard Dupasani, the other G-Man, Sneyman, our Black Widow, Jenny, Bobby, Chris Nakia, Andre Wessels, Koen Jr. and Rudolph.
Carl's out. Who's in his place?
I was about to say Carl is sitting out, unfortunately. So it's Josh. Josh is in his place.
So if you want to know what happened, he basically had to sell him back to the reserve pool and then chose Josh. Right, let's go with you, the Mighty Ducks.
So Mighty Ducks, we've got myself, we've got Frikkie Barnard, Riyad Isaacs, Jamie Sherry, Granville Williams, Kevin Ho, Rudy van der Vat, Stefan Henriet, Wimpy Vos, Paul Wallenkamp, PJ Hammond, and Peter Zakaroy. That's the team. We've got quite a few series winners in that team as well. So watch out, Gladiators.
There we go. Mafia boss, run through your team. I see is not playing, so just let us know who replaces him.
Yeah, so we've got myself and then Mr. Schaefer there. Like you said, unfortunately, Martin is out due to a little hand injury there. So John Ray Dutour is coming into his place. And then we've got Brian Owen, Henry Sim, Vickers Lee, Jason Ivans, Jacomin, Leon Oosthuizen, Sudesh, Brandon, and then Mr. Mark McConaughey.
And then finally, the Gladiators.
I'll say, I've got 2 very experienced guys for my right-hand mans as well. So I've got Dani and Dana. They're going to help me as vice captains. And I've got Grant, Frana, Koen, Cobus Greer, Ashley, Vaughan, Ian Holshausen, Sarel Stein, and Marius is out. So I've got Jaco Swanepoel in.
There we go. So it's only the Mighty Ducks that were unchanged. So that must have been at least easier for you, Gary.
Not just easy, it just shows that we're already stable, man. So, exactly. Didn't have any ups and downs, and we haven't even started yet. So
there we go.
Yeah, just wait until the last game on Sunday. You might have 2 or 3 surprises, huh? Lose by bonus points.
Yeah, Gladiators, you'd better start looking at getting players making some decisions.
Right. So what I want to show you quickly is how do we get points and how do we score points for our team? As you see, that when people fall away, you need the managers are going to need money or credits to buy the next bunch. So this is what the bonus pool looks like. I might not have everything in here, but the winners will get 100,000 credits. Second place will get 75,000. Third, 50. Fourth, 30. You're probably asking what happens if it's a tie. Then we'll just add them up and divide it by 2. So if third and fourth tie on the same amount of points, it'll be 80. So you actually, fourth will score an extra 10,000. Player winning matches will be 5,000 credits per player. If the team or pairing win by a bonus point, they'll get 10,000 extra credits. Bonus hole in one. That would be nice to see. Whole extra 50,000. I think it might be needed to pay for the drinks afterwards. Bonus eagles 5,000. Bonus birdies 1,000. So that all gets calculated into a pool which they can use for match day 2, which will be at Glendower most likely. So what are we going to do? We're going to go through the teams. And as I mentioned, some guys had put in a bit of effort, and we're going to go through the Avenger team first, and then Graham's going to take us through our pairings and which player is which Avenger. Right? Good.
Right.
So this is what we look like. Quack-Tain America, this is your team. Take us through the first one.
All right, so first pairing we've got is myself, Quack-Tain America, and then my partner for the day will be Jenny, who is Quack Widow.
Very nice. I love the pictures. Let's go for your second pairing.
Second pairing, we've got Chris Nokia Ant Duck, and then Rudolph the War Duck Bruderick.
Beautiful. Right. You need to share the link to the other guys where you got this so they can do something similar. Here we go. Next pairing, pairing 3.
Pairing 3, we've got Leonard Ubasani. He's a Duck Eye, and then Gerrit Dr. Strange Duck, Mr. DB,
Very
the
cool.
previous winner.
The previous winner, yes. There we have.
Then we got Kuhn Jr., who is related to Thor Odinson, which is Thor Quackenson.
Yeah.
And we got Josh, who is the Spider Duck.
There we go. Next pairing, pairing 5.
We got Andre Vessels, who is Falcon Duck. And then Mr. Stats himself, Ryan Vision Jensen.
And finally,
and then most probably the biggest hitter in Duckhook, Bobby the Inquackable Hulk.
okay.
And Gerrit Snyman the Iron Duck.
Mooi. What do you think of those, boys? What do you think of those?
And it looks pretty cool.
Very interesting, very nice little images there.
Well done.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking where the Mafia and the Mighty Ducks have a bit of a disadvantage is there's not so many characters that we would have known of. So you'd really have to think outside the box of who, maybe they can be the Mission Impossible guy and the 007 guy and the, you see we run out what else, you know what I'm saying? Jackie Chang, maybe there's a Jackie Chang spy, Jason Statham, who knows? Okay, so when we put them all together, this is what the pairings look like. Graham and Jenny, Rudolph, Chris, Leonard, and Gerard. Kunrad, Josh, Ryan, Andre. We're just putting faces to the names in case you're watching and don't know who these people are. But you should know by now. Hansi, you don't have all the funny faces, which I'm sure you have next time. But I have your pairings for you. So let's just get together. This is the pairings you decide. And then we're going to put them together. And we'll see who plays who.
That's it, yeah.
Right.
So I've got, first of all, I've got the Butcher and Iron Chichi. So there's Jason and Yakumin. Mm-hmm. Then I've got the Iron Fist and the Fox. So the Iron Fist is Sudesh. And then the Fox is Brandon Fenter. Mm-hmm. Then we've got the Silver Tongue, Mr. Mark McConaughey. And the Red Viper, Brian. Mm-hmm. We've got Steel Nerve, Sandon Safer. And the Bear, John Ray the Toy. Then we've got the Muscle and the Snake. So with the Muscle being Leon and the Snake is Vickers. Then we've got Longshot Sim. And then we've got Don the Bull Haman joining Henry there.
Don the Bull, I like it. Don the Bull. Do an accent for us, Hansi.
No, you know, the bull is going to come and kill the Quack-Tain.
Very good, very good. All right, I was going to put them together immediately, but let's get the other guys a chance to see their teams. So first of all, let's just go straight to the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks, this is your team and represented. There's your leader. Gary, take us through the Mighty Ducks. This is how you paired them.
Yeah, so basically what I did was I put Fricky and Peter together. And then after that, we have got Vimpy and Paul. Then myself and Granville. And then the next team, it's Jamie and Kevin. And then we have Rudy and Riyad. And then finally, PJ and Stefan.
Very nice.
So my sort of my test pairings is the last two pairings. It's Riyad and Rudy and PJ and Stefan. So I'm quite excited to see what they're going to do together. I think the rest of the teams have sort of played together with one another before. So yeah.
Two things. I really like the mix-up because normally with a team match play, it's all that type of thing. It's always the same players together, but now they're in totally different teams. So to see the matchups is pretty cool. Like, where would you see Fricky playing with Peter Zach, for instance? That's not or Graham playing with Jenny. Normally Graham would play with Paul or whatever the case may be. So that is pretty cool. I wanted to ask you, Gary, what is the thinking about how you paired them?
So I basically the first pairing that I have, which is Fricky and Peter, I've heard them spoke to each other about, they usually play together, Peter plays better when he plays against Fricky. So I'm hoping that combination together going to give him a little bit of upside, so that he can perform on the day. Myself and Graham, myself and Granville, we've been practicing together for quite some time, and I think we gel quite well with each other when it comes to a team event. So I'm once again looking forward to what we can achieve on the field. Vimpy and Paul, they are basically our lowest handicaps in the team, and I thought, putting them together, I didn't go for the high-low type thing because my average handicap within my team is sitting, or the average handicap that we have is 12. So I'm, there was a little bit of thought to it that went into it, and then with Jamie and Kevin, they've been good mates for a while, so hoping that is going to reflect on the scoreboard. And like I said, the Riyadh, Rudy, and PJ and Stefan, that's my what do you call it? My
Test groups.
Test groups, to see how it goes, and we don't know, it might change in the next team.
Exactly. So match day
let's
2,
see
say
how it
if you've got the same team, you could mix those players up and say, well, actually, Fricky would go great with PJ, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Before we go to you, Mr. Gladiator Boss Man, I just want to pick up again on some of the guys who are commenting and watching, thankfully. Andre says, Quack-Tain America looks good. Brian says, evening, gents. Jenny says, Quack-Tain for the win. Frick says, Andre, better name than the Hangman. And there'll be better golf as well. Laka Zaki says, Fricky. And then as we go, Peter Zak says, Laka, looking forward to playing with you instead of against you. So, already bringing in a different dynamic. Let's go to you, Yaku. Yaku, you've got some stats that you want to throw out there.
Yeah, so most of the guys already know the team, but I want to officially introduce them. So for the rest of the players and the viewers and the other teams, please focus on the following stats. So within the team, we have the following titles. Series wins, 30. Season league titles, 4. Major titles, 6. Classic titles, 2. Player of the season, 5. Challenge 500, 2. And in total, it comes to 49 titles that we can show within that team.
Wow.
What experience.
Wow.
What
So you've gone about this all right. That's why you're sitting on like 10,000 credits only.
That's why I've invested in my people. So, yes.
Okay, cool. So you're ready to go through your team?
So please, So I've made some with the help of the family and from Donna's inspiration. So I would like to officially introduce my team.
Ships on vigor of the waves of skimming, barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning, rise and reign. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, brave and soar over new frontiers. Songs and sagas of a painted German, shields and spears. Vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder, pound within. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Oh, Allah calling me. To pluck the strings of destiny.
What do you think of that, boys?
What do you guys think about this?
Pretty well done. Well done, Yaku.
Baie mooi.
Loving it. I'm loving all the effort that everybody's putting into it. I just get this. I'm like, shit. Yeah.
Just every time I see JJ's name there as Maxim, I just think of, my name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Okay, so let's go to
I think there was a couple of those videos, Nick.
Okay, so the big man, and this is your first pairing.
So this is also new to my team, so I haven't shared anything with them. So my team number 1 is going to be Ash and Vaughan. Yeah, I think
Well
they've already played a couple of games together, so I think they know how to play with each as a team. So I think they will do well.
Second pairing.
Okay, second pairing will be Umkuna and Dani. So with Dani there as experience, with Umkuna, we're making the 3 and 4 pointers. I think that's a strong combination as well.
And how's that handicap going? That's going to be pretty. Oh, we're playing with the cards, so it actually. The Kun comes in handy, and Dani for backup.
Yeah, that's definitely. So my third pairing is going to be Quibus and Grant. As we know, Grant's a low handicap, and Quibus is a high handicapper. I've played with him yesterday. He made a couple of 3 and 4 pointers, so definitely that's going to be a good value add for the team as well. So fourth team is going to be myself and Sarel. As we know, Sarel is also a great player. He makes a lot of 3 and 4 pointers, so I think he will help me as a team as well. Number 5 is going to be Ian and Frana. I think they're pairing this year together with the better ball as well. So let's see how that pairing goes. And lastly, but not last but not least, is going to be Donna and Yaku Swanepoel. You know, the last pairing, I've got experience there as well. So definitely, I think looking at all the pairings is definitely going to be something to look forward to.
I'd love to know where you got these pictures from.
Actually, a video. Yeah, AI. So there was some video there, and I converted that to slides and then converted that into video. So as I said, inspiration from Donna, and with the help of my whole family, they sat on Sunday doing preparation. So yeah.
Like I heard Hansi in the background going to PJ. Hey, did you see what they created? You've got one go. I'm sure. So let's just see what the team means. Where is it? Is it this guy? Yes, this guy. Just to recap, there the faces to the names: Vaughan Ashley, Johnny Consini. You keep going.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Grant and Quibus, Yaku and Sarel, myself, Ian and Frana, and Yaku, Swanepoel and Dana.
Is there any specific pairing that you think is going to outshine the rest here?
You know, honestly, as we can look at it, in each pairing, there's definitely experience. Looking at low handicappers, and you know, the high handicappers, you know, if they contribute 5 to 8 holes, putting a 3 and a 4 pointer together, you know, that's easily 4 to 5 up on the game. So I think that's my strategy, and I think that will work.
I think it could work. We're going to see soon how it pairs up against your opposition. Yaku Min says, looking good, Mr. Yaku. Love your team's intro. Frick says, wow, boys, with many, many exclamation marks. So he must be very excited. I would love to know, Fricky says today, I'm not on the show, right? And I said, no, there's no need for you. Right, you just calm down. And he says, great, then I can watch it on YouTube on my big screen. So wave to Fricky on his big screen. Yes, there you go.
Take as a photo and send it in the group.
Andre Vessels, nice video, Yaku. Vimp says, Bluxem, that was awesome. Ian says, let's go, Gladiators. So you've got the juices going here. Quibus says, brilliant, Yaku. That was awesome, Gladiators. And it goes on. Hola, rather than later. Yes, welcome, Leon. So there we have it. Okay, so before I go to the teams, I just want to say, I don't think we've discussed this anyway. Something that is new, which we always like new, is the team pairings, the match play, instead of dropping to 0, is going to be played off the card in this specific tournament. There's 2 reasons why. It's different to the normal team match play where it drops to 0. And the second reason is Gamebook prefers it. Gamebook. Sorry, score capture. Goodness. Where did that come from? Wow. That just dropped in my head. Score capture prefers it, so the results will be more accurate, because there's going to be multiple leaderboards now, and if it plays off the card, sometimes, you know, when it drops to 0, the reason that a score doesn't reflect properly is if the hole is finished but not finished, if you know what I mean. So if you make 0 and then you still, it's complicated. Anyway, so that is the one thing. The second thing is, there's obviously a first tee and a 10th tee, so we've split them up. So half the team go on the first, and half the team go on the 10th, so that everybody gets a feel of, not everybody, but half the team is on the same kind of hole, if you know what I mean. So it just makes it more even. And the third thing is the format. The format can't change because it's still the normal Sunday 1 tournament, which is individual Stableford points. So it's not alternate shot. It's not scramble. It is you play your own ball until it's in the hole so that you make your points for the individual Stableford ball. And based on the points that you make, you win the hole against them or not. So pretty simple. Don't forget. Don't get confused, especially with the handicaps playing with the card. If you say, what does that mean? It means if you're 15, you stroke to 15. You don't go to 0 and then etc., etc. Right. Are we ready to look at the matchups?
Yeah.
So the first one is the Avengers versus the Mafia. We've taken them up and here they go. This is how it all looks. So Graham, you and Jenny are taking on Jason and Yak Min, for instance. Rudolph and Chris is taking on Brandon and Sudesh. Gerard and Leonard is taking on Brian and Mark. Kun and Josh, who's already invisible, you see. He's that type of Avenger.
He's already sleeping with the fishes, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. And Jean and Shandon and Ryan and Andre versus Vickers and Leon. And then Bobby Gerard is taking on Hansi and Henry. What do we think, gentlemen? What do we think? The top two for match day 1.
No, I think that's going to be an interesting one with the two ladies against one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And a bit of a revenge match for me against Jason, losing team in the singles match play final a couple of years back. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I owe Jason one.
And again, I look at these, and a lot of these players haven't played together before. So if you look at Rudolph and Chris, they're playing together. If you look at Brandon and Sudesh, they would probably never play together. And there they are. I think my top match is probably going to be Ryan and Andre versus Vickers and Leon. If that doesn't end all square, I'll take a fine.
I think there's
I'll keep it noted.
Starting with your predictions again.
Yeah.
But I think there's a couple. I mean, if I look at the matchups, a lot of the handicaps are very similar. I think the only one that's like really obscure is match number 2. But I mean, if I look at the rest of the teams, all the guys are on a pretty similar handicap average.
Cool. And Mafia boss, anything last words about this?
No. I see a couple of easy games here for the Mafia, so the guys will pitch up and we'll take it there.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now we're ready to see the next one. The Mighty Ducks versus the Gladiators. This is how it's all come out. I'll let you guys go through it for me. I think,
Okay, so
Gary, you
first-
say your
yeah.
team, and then Yaku says the team, and then you say who's going to win and what the score is going to be. How about that?
Oh, wow. Okay, so first matchup is Fricky and Peter versus?
Ash and Vaughan. I know Fricky doesn't like to play against Vaughan and Ash, so I think that's definitely a one-up for us there.
Okay, straight down.
Okay. I'm going to go with a 2-up my side, actually.
Okay.
They've already given all their team matches in the build up to Sunday to the team series, so yeah, they're gonna thumble a bit. Second game. Second game we've got Wimpy and Paul.
Yeah, and against Dani and Umkuna. I think especially with Paul and Dani as the long hitters. Oh, and Wimpy, the 3 long hitters. Definitely going to be an interesting game. I think they're going to see how far can everybody hit the ball. As long as it's in the fairway, then I'm happy. And then we've got Umkuna there for Mr. Consistency.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a tough matchup, actually. I think this is going to be a tough one, not just for my team, but actually for your team as well.
Then obviously you're going to beat...
We'll take a half on that one, eh?
Yeah, I'll take the half there.
Okay.
Granville and
Okay,
yourself are obviously going to beat Grant and Quibus.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a vermorseling from Mighty Duck side.
Okay, so my strategy is, with Grant, I'm going to order some 2 or 3 double brandy specials before he tees off.
Just get him ready for the game.
You should ask him
I'm
to
gonna-
start from the night before.
Yeah, so I'm going to order him some so he gets some inspiration from that. And
All
then,
right. The rest.
yeah, so and with Quibus, as I said, I played with him yesterday, so he made a couple of 3 and 4 pointers. Yeah, sorry, Gary, but I think we're going to take this one, huh?
With Jamie and Kevin, you reckon? I think we've got both of them are steady players. I don't think so.
Yeah, I must also say myself and Sarel, there is going to be a couple of tough games, and I must say Kevin and Jamie is going to be a tough game. So let's see how it turns out there. So I'll give you that one, but I know deep down inside we're going to surprise you.
Okay.
Right, let's just get through the rest quickly.
And then we've got Riyadh and Rudy.
And we've got Ian and Frana, also a new combination, so I'm also giving them a go.
And a team match play team.
That's it, yeah. So if they gel together, definitely, then we're going to keep that pairing. As I say, after the first game, we'll see how the pairings will go then.
And then finally.
And then PJ Stefan against...
Yaku and Donna. I also think Donna's got the experience. So I think we'll definitely going to be a close game. So honestly, so let's put...
So in that last matchup,
Frank.
we got 2 friends that is playing each other. We've got Stefan and Yaku. So that's putting a bit of a dynamic into that game as well.
Because Stefan and Yaku are normally teams together. Yeah. So it's a bit of a change.
Yeah, so honestly, to be frank, I think it's going to be a close game. So I think 3.5, 2.5 Gladiators.
Awesome. I want to ask you a question before we look at what the tee sheet is. Okay, let's look at the tee sheet first, because I'm sure you want to see how this all works. Now, all right, this looks a bit different than what it normally looks like, because this is 48 players, let's not forget, that are part of this competition. So we have Quack-Tain America on the first tee, the first 3 pairings in the light blue, up against the Mafia with the first 3 pairings. And then towards the end, we've got the Mighty Ducks, 3 pairings, and Gladiators, 3 pairings. The rest of the guys who are not involved at this stage will start off the field, and that includes at 11:14 start, includes Jean Erasmus, Lucas Burke, Jonita, and Louis Jensen. And then Tommy's there. We've got still some space. I've got a whole 5 spaces left. So this will go out to our information group soon. So the guys who haven't booked yet can still book. I've tried my best to put the remainder of the people together where they normally are. So hopefully I don't get shouted at. Let's just put it that way. And there is what this looks like. Now you see on the 10th, we've got Frikkie and Peter taking on Vaughan and Ashley from 11:45. So the last 6 4-balls are the team matches that will head it off. So this will be sent out. Everybody, what do you think? Happiness?
Always.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Looking good.
The question I was going to ask, we all know that Yaku's the guy who's like, when he doesn't mind a gamble, shall we say. So you might be wondering why or what is the credits that are dishing out when somebody wins a league game. Yaku, tell us what this is all about.
Yeah, so for each and every game, which is not a team series event, so all including Sunday to Thursday leagues. So what everybody team does is they include 5,000 credits. That goes into a pool, and then the winner of that specific day, not the winner, the highest player that ends for that specific day, that team gets another 40,000 credits bonus.
I thought it was the winner.
So, well, the chances is good it's going to be one of the team players, but if there's a player that's in the reserve pool, so then it just goes over to the next size qualifier.
You wanted to select MVP. Sorry, that's the last thing we're going to touch on. So each team has got to choose an MVP. Right. So if that MVP, so now this is what you didn't think about now, because the MVP has got a certain amount that he gets. But now, if he wins the day, is he going to get the 40,000 plus the MVP?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Isn't it the 40K is only for the non-team games, isn't it? The gamble.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's only on the Sunday too that we're not playing the team series games.
Okay,
yeah.
so when it's the not team says, because there's already bonus points up for grabs. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So sorry. Okay, so that's.
But it
how it
includes
works.
Thursday, huh? Yeah, Thursday and Sunday too, yes.
Yes, Thursday. Well, the other Sunday ones we don't play every Sunday one. So if there's a winner, like Gerard de Bruto, for instance, won at Wingate, and he gave your team 40,000 extra credits, Mr. Avenger.
That's it, yes.
See. There you go. So it's very important to win. Okay, final questions before we wrap it all up for this first edition of the team series, and you'll probably wonder what happens next. Well, once the teams are done, then we get the results in, and then we'll have another little show, most likely on a Monday, and then recap, and then we'll already know which players need to be sold off and who needs to be bought. So don't forget, if you want to put your name down for that, you must let me know. Going back to while I read the questions and the chat line, if there's anything you guys want to debate, feel free. Let's look. Frikkie says lekker manne on the big screen. Donnie says Gladiators for life. Wimpy, we got this, says Paul Wallenkamp. Wimpy says lekker, Paul. I think it's going to be very lekker. Rudolf says Nant. Amal. Frikkie says Rudy will 4-1 tequilas. Okay, feed. Mark says lekker live show, amazing show, surely. Cool. All right, let's wrap this up. I'll give you, Graham, you have a go.
I just wanted to see, are we going to do our MVP picks for Reading?
Yes,
Because because I understand if you pick an MVP, whatever he makes, he gets double the points for the day, right? Is that how it works with MVP? I can't remember.
No, it's supposed to be if he's the best player.
Yeah, the best
of
player in my
everybody.
team. Yeah.
Out of
In
your
my
team,
team, yeah.
Team.
but out of everybody. Yeah, so if he's the best player in your team, and you say, for instance, you choose yourself, and you are the best player, you get a bonus because you've now predicted correctly.
Yes.
So you're going with?
I'm going with Gerard Snyman for my MVP.
Gerard Snyman, you're going with Sarah Snyman to be your MVP. Please make a note of this, gentlemen. Hansi, final words and MVP?
Yeah, no. We are really looking forward to it. Holding thumbs that the shirts and everything will be ready for Sunday. And then we've got Mr. Consistency here that's being chosen for the MVP with these closest to the pins that he's busy racking up. So none other than Sudesh.
Okay, Sudesh, your MVP for match day 1. All right, let's go to you, Gary.
I think my selection for MVP is going to be Rudy.
Okay.
There's been some interesting developments with his game for the last couple of months. So I want to see
Playing more golf must be what it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's be.
Graham, not Graham. Jaco, your turn.
Yeah, so as we're going to lead from the front, so I'm going to choose one of my vice captains. That's going to go for my gut feel, and I'm going to go with Dana. He shot a 76 a week ago, so that was about a 41 or 42 pointers. So if he only plays 80% to his potential, I think they should take the day.
Fantastic. Well, there it is. Everybody happy? That's the show for today. Sudesh is looking forward to it, and Gerard cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Gentlemen, I appreciate it, and good luck for Sunday, and let the best team win.
Thanks.
Obviously, it's us.
Obviously.
Can I just make one final quote, Mas? For my team for my team. Everybody has watched the Gladiators show, so I've got just a motivational quote for my team. You know, a golfer who became a slave who became a gladiator who defined Duckhook team series. Go Gladiators!
There we go. And on that, you have yourself. How did we get here? Let's do this one. And on that, have yourself a splendid Monday, and bring on the rest of the week. Cheers, lads.